As first place played second, Liverpool's high-intensity and brutal attacking display ultimately earned them a comfortable victory over Arsenal and saw them maintain their 100% record for the season in style. Jurgen Klopp set Liverpool up in their familiar 4-3-3 formation when in possession. Fabinho played as the single pivot, with Jorginho Wijnaldum and Jordan Henderson ahead of him, and fullbacks Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold looking to get forward and provide width. Unai Emery sent his Arsenal team out to defend in a 4-3-1-2 shape. Arsenal's big money summer signing Nicolas Pepe started up front in a 2 with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, with the pair expected to drop back in to help the midfield when out of possession. In possession, Arsenal played in a 4-4-2 diamond formation. Dani Ceballos played at the tip, behind Pepe and Aubameyang, while Granit Xhaka was relied upon to sit at the base in front of David Luiz and Sokratis. Matteo Guendouzi and Joe Willock completed the diamond. Liverpool maintained their 4-3-3 out of possession, looking to press high when Arsenal tried to play out from the back, as they often did. If Arsenal did break the lines and progress into the middle third, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah would work back into midfield to make what looked like a 4-5-1 formation. Liverpool's fullbacks quickly exploited the wide areas left uncovered by Arsenal's midfield diamond, with wide men Mane and Salah creating even more space out wide by working inside to narrow Arsenal's back four. Guendouzi and Willock, initially tasked with matching up with Henderson and Wijnaldum in midfield, were expected to leave the central area to engage Robertson and Alexander-Arnold, but the distances they had to cover, coupled with the speed at which Liverpool's fullbacks advanced, meant Robertson and Alexander-Arnold were afforded a lot of possession in high positions. With Liverpool allowing both fullbacks to push forward, Emery's men looked to engineer 2v2s, with Aubameyang and Pepe against the opposition's centre-backs. Arsenal were most dangerous when they countered on the outside of the centre-backs, and Pepe's pace in particular caused Liverpool's defenders a problem. With the scores at 0-0, the Ivorian broke clear but couldn't finish when one-on-one with Reds keeper Adrian. Despite their goal threat, for much of the first half, Arsenal's midfield dropped very deep. Liverpool were able to sit off and receive the ball under little pressure and repeatedly switched the ball into wide areas, from which they were able to deliver a high number of crosses into the box. When the Arsenal midfield did press further up, Liverpool's front three moved intelligently. Mane and Salah would come inside to occupy Luiz and Sokratis, while Roberto Firmino would drop into the pocket to receive the ball. It was from a corner, however, that Liverpool did take the lead late in the first half, when Joël Matip beat his marker and headed home from the cross of Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool continued their intelligent attacking movement in the second half, and within minutes of the restart, Klopp's men had won a penalty. Henderson, who tirelessly ran into wide channels throughout the game, made a diagonal run from midfield, creating space on the edge of the Arsenal box. With Salah playing high and on the shoulder of Luiz, Firmino dropped into the space and in one touch received and played Salah through on goal. The Egyptian was pulled back by the former Chelsea man and thumped home the resulting penalty himself. The hosts found their rhythm and began to dominate Arsenal in the second half. Consistently getting 8 players forward, Liverpool created great angles. Their mix of intensity, one-touch passing and intelligent movement meant Arsenal were unable to keep up and struggled to win the ball. Liverpool added a third when Fabinho, recognising a huge gap left by Arsenal, played forward quickly into an area rather than to feet. The irrepressible Salah, running out to the touchline to receive, lured in Luiz only to skip past him with electric pace, continued his run into the area at speed, before slowing down to finish past Bernd Leno into the bottom corner. At 3-0, Liverpool controlled the game and threatened to overwhelm the visitors. Emery made changes, bringing on Lucas Torreira for Ceballos and swapping Alexandre Lacazette for Willock and Henrik Mkhitaryan for Guendouzi late on. Arsenal persevered and, finishing in a 4-3-3 matching Liverpool's, netted what was ultimately only a consolation goal through Torreira 5 minutes from time. A ruthless display from Liverpool saw them dispatch an Arsenal team that had been competitive for the first half and moved clear into first place with 3 wins from 3. The outclassed Gunners lost their own 100% record and sit on 6 points. After the full-time whistle, Jurgen Klopp was keen to praise his team. I saw a brilliant game from my side so early in the season. It was outstanding. It was a performance full of power, full of energy, full of greed, full of passion. We were a bit surprised by the system they played, but we adapted well to the diamond with switching the sides and constant crosses. Our identity is intensity, and that's how we showed up today. Arsenal manager Unai Emery was positive in defeat. We made the first half thinking that we could have space on the transition, and we made that. We did defend deep, but it was not without the possibility to score. In the first half, maybe the best chance was for us was Pepe.